Hi student, welcome to Nanda classes. Today we discuss class 10 chemistry chapter 1. This is a revision 2. Last class also we are revision chapter 1. Okay, some important reactions already we are completed of these chapters. That is the types of reactions like combination reaction, decomposition reactions, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and the what are the oxidation and reduction reactions also we are already discussed or completed. So now we are discuss some another type of reaction, that is the exothermic and endothermic reactions. Okay, so what is exothermic reactions? The chemical reaction in which heat energy are evolved or released, then it is called what are exothermic reactions. Okay, we have discussed the one example of exothermic reactions, that is the C plus O2 to form water, CO2 plus heat energy. Okay, C means water carbon and O means water oxygens. When the carbons are burned in presence of oxygens, then what happen? Carbon dioxide gas are released and some heat energy are released. Okay, here what happen? The heat energy are formed, that's why it is an exothermic reaction. Okay, heat energy are released or evolved. Okay, the heat energy are released or evolved, then it is what a exothermic reaction. Another example, sir, that is CH4 plus O2 to form what a CO2 plus H2O plus heat. Okay, CH4 means what are methane. This is a methane gas. Okay, this methane gas are help to burning. Okay, in presence of oxygen gas, this is the burn. And what are produced here? Carbon dioxide gas and also water vapor are also produced, and some heat energy are also released. So this is also one example of what are exothermic reactions. So many exothermic reactions are examples are there. Okay, so exothermic reaction means what happens? Here heat energy will be released. So the next another type, there are what are endothermic reactions. Okay, what is endothermic reactions? Here the opposite of exothermic. Here heat energy are absorbed. The absorption of heat energy is known as what are endothermic reactions. Okay, the chemical reactions here heat energy are absorbed और जिसकी हीट एनर्जी की प्रेजेंस में जो रिएक्शन प्रोसीड होता है. ओके, जो रिएक्शंस व्हिच आर ऑफर इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ हीट एनर्जी इज नोन एज व्हाट आर endothermic reactions. Okay, the example of endothermic reactions are many examples are there. For example, the CaCO3. Okay, these one are the heated, then we are apply heat, then this one change into CO plus CO2. Okay, this CO3 is a solid. This is name are calcium carbonate. Or limestone. Okay, and this is the calcium oxide or quicklime. Okay, and here what are carbon dioxide gas are also released. So it is an example of endothermic reactions. So another example of endothermic reactions are taking the NH4Cl are heated, then change into ammonia, that is the NH3 plus HCl. Okay, the ammonium chlorides, this is solid one, then this one we have to heat it, then water form ammonia gas and also HCl gas are released. Okay, so these two reactions are occur in presence of water heat energy or by the absorption of heat energy. Okay, by the absorption of water heat energy, then it is called water endothermic reaction. So this is the most important. Okay, question also come. What are the difference between exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions? Another question will come. That is why the respiration is an endothermic or exothermic reactions. Why the respiration is an exothermic reaction? In exothermic reaction, we have discussed what are the release of heat energy, and by the process of water respiration also heat energy are released. That's why the respiration is an exothermic reactions. Okay, so this one discussed at that time. Okay, question we are discussing. The another term, that is the water corrosion. Okay, corrosion. What do you mean by corrosion? Okay, corrosion means the metals which are eaten slowly. Okay, the metal surface are eaten slowly by the reaction of moistures or some chemicals present in atmospheres. Okay, this process are known as water corrosions. Many metals like iron, silver, copper, they are happen water corrosions. Okay, the metals like irons, they are contact with moistures or water vapors and change into their oxides. This is known as water iron oxides. And this iron oxide form, this process is known as water roasting of iron. Roasting of iron. When the irons are react with oxygens and change into iron oxides, this process is known as water roasting or roasting of irons. Or the other metal like silvers also react with atmospheric oxygens and change into a black substance. Okay, or a black layer. This is known as, okay, the oxides of water silvers. And another metal like copper, okay, the copper also inside their upper layers a brown, okay, so a green coatings are formed. Okay, this is known as water corrosions. Okay, the metal surface are corroded by the reaction of atmospheric oxygens or chemicals. Okay, this process is known as corrosions. So what are the harmful effect of corrosions? The effect of corrosions are very dangerous. Okay, so the metal surface or many parts of the automobiles, okay, are made up of metals, and the bridge, okay, this one also are made up of metals. So the metals are contact with the moistures, they are the get corroded. Okay, or the damage their body part. So how can you prevent these corrosions? This corrosion we have to prevent by applying some methods, that is by applying the oiling, greasings, or we are applied paint also. Then we have to prevent corrosions. And another process of that is the galvanization. By the process of galvanizations, okay, we have to prevent the corrosions. Okay. So the next topic we have discussed now, that is the RNCDT. Okay, RNCDT. RNCID. RNCDT is what are that time we are eating now some oily or fat containing foods. Okay, and these ones are oxidized and change into water, bad taste or smells. Okay, so this process is known as water. This are known as water rancid, or this process are known as water rancidity. Okay, and how can you prevent this rancidity? The rancidity we have to prevent by like the food materials, like some food material like the potato chips or many more substance. That time we are packing. Okay, the dry foods also we are packing. So that time we are airtight container we have to pack. Then we have to prevent the rancidity. And also we by applying the refrigerator, the food. Okay, we have to keep for long times by applying the refrigerator also. Okay, and how can you buy the fill with the nitrogen gas? Okay, with the fill the nitrogen, because the nitrogen gas are the less reactives. Okay, then oxygens, because oxygens are the more reactive. Okay, that we fill the nitrogen gas, then also we have to prevent this rancidity. Okay, so these are the most important term. What is rancidity? And question also in this term many times. Okay, rancidity what are, and how can you prevent the rancidity? Okay, so I think all the theory part of these chapters are already completed. Now we have discussed some important questions of these chapters which are mostly come in the board exams. Okay, these questions are the very helpful to us and you also, because this is many times have come in exam these questions. The first questions are, what is balanced chemical equation? What is balanced chemical equations? Why should chemical equation balance? Okay. Why should chemical equation be balanced? Okay. The most important questions. What is a balanced chemical equations? We know that every chemical equations have the two sides. One are the reactant sides and one are the product sides. The left hand side is known as what are reactant sides, and right hand sides of the reaction is known as what are product sides. Okay. So according to the law of mass actions, or to satisfy the law of mass actions, okay, we have to need the equal atoms, all the elements of or individual elements of the equal number of atoms are present both the reactants and product sides, then it is what are balanced chemical equation. Okay, the total number of individual atoms of the reactants sides is must be equal to the product side, then it is what are balanced chemical equation. Then why should chemical equation be balanced? To satisfy the law of conservation of mass. Okay, because the law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed during a chemical reactions. To satisfy this law, we have to balance these equations. So the next questions we have discussed the next questions, that is the why is respiration considered an exothermic reaction? Explain. Why respiration considered an exothermic reaction? Explain. Why respiration is considered is an exothermic reaction? Okay, respiration process, that time we have the eating some foods, this one are changes into glucose, and after the glucose are oxidized, they are changed into carbon dioxide, water, and some amount of energy are released. Okay, and that time in this respiration process energy are released, that's why it is known as what are exothermic reactions, because we have studied that in exothermic reactions heat energy are released. So due to these reasons the respiration is an exothermic reaction. So the next question, the third questions are, what do you mean by a precipitation reaction? Explain by example. What do you mean by precipitation reaction? Okay, explain example. Precipitation reactions are what are, so the chemical reaction in which the precipitate are formed. And what is precipitate? After the reaction, the insoluble solids which are not dissolved, okay, this one known as what are precipitates. Okay, the insoluble residue which are not soluble, this one are known as what are precipitates. And the chemical reactions where precipitates are formed is known as precipitation reactions. Okay, we are discussing example of precipitation reaction, that is barium chlorides and sodium sulfate. By the reaction of barium chlorides, BaCl2 and sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. Okay, both are in aqueous medium. Okay, we are react what are barium chlorides and sodium sulfates. Then what are formed? The product will be formed, that is the barium sulfate BaSO4 plus sodium chloride NaCl. Okay, here the barium sulfate is a white precipitate. White precipitate of barium sulfate are formed. So this is an example of what are precipitation reactions. So the next questions, the number 4 questions are, oil and fat containing food plus with nitrogen gas. Why? Okay, so oil and fat containing food plus with nitrogen gas. Why? Because in the acidity process we are now discussed that the oil and fat containing foods, this one are the oxidized and change into their bad taste and smells. To prevent these ones, we have to plus with what are nitrogen gas, because nitrogen gas are the non-reactive or less reactive gas. That's why we use nitrogen gas for prevent long times. Okay. So the number 5 questions, that is, why do we store silver chloride in dark color bottle? Why do we store silver chloride in dark color bottle? Okay. Silver chlorides. What are the formula of silver chlorides? That is the water AgCl. And these silver chlorides are decomposed in presence of sunlight. What are these silver chlorides are solids, and this one are the decomposed in presence of sunlight and form what are silver metals with the chlorine gas, Cl2 gas. Okay. So to prevent these reactions, we have to store in a dark color bottles. Okay. We are keep in white color bottle, then the sunlight will be absorbed and the silver chlorides are decomposed into silver and chloride. To prevent these ones, okay, we use what a dark color bottle, because the dark color bottle are retained the path of the lights. Okay, they are not passed through. Okay, the light cannot pass through the dark color bottles. That's why the silver chlorides are stored in a dark color bottle. Okay, this is the most important questions. Okay, why we have to store the silver chlorides in dark color bottle? Okay, because to prevent the decomposition of silver chlorides. So the next question, the number 6 questions are, what happened when a piece of zinc metals is added to copper sulfate solutions? What happened when a piece of zinc metal, a piece of zinc metals is added to copper sulfate solution. Okay. What happens when a piece of zinc metals is added to copper sulfate solution? What are the formula of zinc metal? That is the Zn, and copper sulfate are the CuSO4. Then this is the here displacement reaction are occur and form water zinc sulfate ZnSO4 plus Cu, because zinc here are the more reactive metals than copper. Okay, this is the equation, and the color of the copper sulfates are the blue, and this blue color copper sulfate are changed into colorless. Okay, their color will be changed from blue to colorless. Okay, and here are the displacement reaction are occur. The zinc sulfate and copper will be formed. Okay, so this is the some important question. Now we are discussing of these chapters. Okay, I think all of you will understand these ones. So thank you for watching.